young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment claiming his innocence.
All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the New York Giants. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. 180! Hey, Lou! Check 31, check 31! Check three.
On first down, Wentz. It's brought in by Jeffrey. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Wentz now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And avoids the contact by sliding. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
No. Under 10. He's coming. Double up.
Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on third down.
They can't hang with us. Check back 47. Mike 47. They're not ready for this, man.
Working from the gun, Wentz. Looking deep for his tight end, Ertz. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Alert 3. 57. Mike, 57. I got you, Puff. Check it out, read. Kill. Turn it up. Kill. Turn it up.
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Hey, high 7. 57's the mic. 57's the mic. Hey, watch your leg. Get it.
Looking to throw on second down. Jones, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
Watch the flag, watch the flag, watch the flag. Watch the flag, motion, flag.
4-7's the mic, 4-7's the mic.
Here we go.
Hey, exit.
Here we go.
45.
Throwing Jones. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And the Giants send out their punter now. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Returnable for Grant. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. And his throw is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time, and it's 3rd and short.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. Give him 4 yards as he does it himself, and it's a 1st down.
Partner, I know we're in the era of the mobile quarterback, but there's still an element of surprise when that position keeps the football. And what a nice gain on that play.
Backpack. 180. Lynch 5-3. Lynch 5-3. Lynch 5-2. Lynch 5-2.
Now this time, Wentz will throw. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the 1st quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wentz going right side here, and that's complete. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Now Wentz looks to throw, fires right side, and that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
At the 24-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Sponge! No!
Now Saquon Barkley. Leaves him behind on the spin. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
Got it.
Check Mike 57. Watch the curl. Check safety.
A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
That's trash.
Yep.
Shift. Watch the shift.
Now.
A first down carry for Barkley. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
218, chop it. Yo, go.
Hey, check 24.
Shoot.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Set, ready? 60 or. Hey, zoom.
I'm coming after you. Mike's 57's Mike.
Let's get the ball.
Bam.
Switch gears.
Hit it.
Now Jones to throw on 3rd down. That's complete to Slayton. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Come on, set. 60 outlaw.
You better bring. Check 43.
61, matchbox lights. Ready.
Throwing on 1st down. Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Now Jones. His throw incomplete. The intended target, Saquon Barkley, and it's 3rd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15.
Hey, Charlie.
Mike's 47. Hey, time.
47 Mike. Mike 47.
Hey, get him away.
Bravo.
47's the Mike. 47's the Mike. I'm coming.
From the gun, Jones. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
From the 25 on second down, Wentz. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jakeem Grant, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys are on the board first here tonight. After a fairly uneventful first quarter, that last play, that'll make a few highlight clips.
It certainly will, and you're exactly right. The first quarter almost felt like a feeling out process, didn't it? Both teams, okay, what are we going to do? Looks like they've ramped things up just a little bit to start the second quarter.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley, and he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. 2nd and 2. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Look at me, zipper!
57 to Mike.
Jones throwing on first down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Well, they completed the pass but lost yardage, so they'll decline the penalty.
Perfect play for them, isn't it? Who needs a penalty? When you try and throw the ball, you don't even get it downfield, and they go ahead and snuff out the play. They'll take that as a result.
Here's Jones. Looking to throw on second down. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Get ready.
Here you go, here you go. 90, Wolf.
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Jones now on 1st and 10. Catch made by Slayton. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down.
Let's go.
13 more yards. That's another Giants first down.
18 Gators. Hey, 2-6.
Tight right. 3 down.
Back.
Now Jones on first down. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Looking to throw again on second down. Jones flushed out right. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That's on Kevin Zeitler, acquired in the Odell Beckham trade. temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call.
Check, crunch, crunch, crunch. Switch, switch.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Throwing on 3rd and long. Jones. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they? When they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense. We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the ball's thrown. And this one, they help force another incompletion.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. Well, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field. It's a big-time run by Jordan Howard. 51 yards. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. On first, they go right back to Howard. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
This is Howard on 2nd down. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jordan Howard, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. On second down, Barkley. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here.
Go. Get it.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
30 base. Hey, lock it.
At the 35-yard line.
Hey.
We got motion. Back up.
5.
On second and 11 now. Jones, throw left side, taken in by Slayton. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey.
Mike's 47. Let's go.
Operating from the gun. Jones. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Let's go. Keep grip.
Back to throw. Jones. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Here we go.
2nd and long. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. On 3rd down, Barkley. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. He did well to get him 8 yards, but it's still going to mean a call to the punt team on 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Hey, Echo. Get it ready.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. It's caught. Shepard. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. They're going to Gallman here on the screen. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it, and he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They go with Howard to begin the drive. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia! Jordan Howard with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game being on second half no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Slam.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Kill.
Fire.
Again, it's Barkley. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he'll get this inside of Philly's 20 before being taken down. A tremendous play there from Saquon Barkley. 51 yards.
That's good for a Giants first down.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Go.
I got you.
57's Mike. Mike.
Deep grip.
Now Gallman. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game, and I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
Yep.
Motion.
On the ground, it's Gallman again. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Brought down by Nate Gehry.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Ready. 30 base.
Stay with your man. Chest. Check 24.
General West. Go.
You got motion man right there.
Now.
On third down, Barkley. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a fourth down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. And the kick by Rosas is good. And that'll get the deficit down to 15. So they've put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because
weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jordan Howard, 75 yards. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
We got this.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. A give to Barkley out of the gun. Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Watch twins. Watch twins.
25. Check 25. Check 80 weapon. Time go. Ready.
They'll go to Barkley again. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Back to throw. Jones. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Here we go. 180. 47. Lefty.
I got you. You're all mine. You're all mine.
Black.
You're all mine.
Take 4.
36.
On 1st down, they run with Howard. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 10 yards there and an Eagle 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Throwing on 1st is Wentz. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Grant. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Out of the gun, this is Howard. And he's going to get this pretty close to the 1st down marker at the Giants' 21.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. buying time to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Lorenzo Carter in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down.
Well, every now and then you just absolutely outguess yourself. 3rd and inches, and they decide not to run the ball. You end up seeing the end result.
The end result was not good. They elect to pass, and it backfires. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This is taken at his 4. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Say.
Pilot, 64, weak.
52.
Look at me, zipper.
That yours? Who's that?
They begin with a run by Barkley, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4, and that's going to make it 2nd and 14. They'll run it again with Barkley. Now Barkley stripped of the football, and it's picked up by the Eagles. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
No.
Check. Lucky. Check 31.
On 1st down, Howard. And he's going to be met behind the line of scrimmage and taken down. And a penalty flag is going to come out on top of it. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Slam. Kill.
Sunday. Check 9. What's your son?
Shotgun now for Wentz. This is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
2nd down and goal. Wentz to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Wentz now on 3rd and goal. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time, one-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Break. 57 to Mike. You're not ready. You're not ready.
From the 25 on second down, Jones. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 3rd and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 31 yards there and a first down. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Nigel Bradham flying in and laying the lumber defensively. Another try after the first down sack. Jones. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that.
Slam. Come on. Switch.
They'll begin the drive with Howard. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Oh, look at this. Wentz going to throw. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. They fake the give. Now Wentz. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. The Eagles send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. On the return, it's Tate. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape, 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Check. Check out route.
They'll run with Barkley. And he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage with a penalty flag down. This might push him back further. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Rock it. Go.
Stay at home. Stay at home. Stay at home. 47's the mic. 47's the mic.
Ready.
Back to throw. Jones. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard. And now it's 2nd down.
2nd down and 20.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Check nickel.
Looking to throw. Jones. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Eagles, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.